videos over and over and over. I was enthralled. And I loved ASMR, and I still do. I loved it way before I decided to make an ASMR channel. I always loved ASMR, but I didn't know what it was yet. I didn't know that people made videos like these to relax other people. I mean, it's quite amazing. But as my channel began to grow, I had some kind creators support me when I was very small. That's why I tried to do my best to do that now to other smaller channels. And I will be doing a video in the future, going over some of my favorite ASMR videos from smaller creators, because there are so many gems out there, and it's very hard nowadays to get noticed on YouTube because there are so many amazing creators. It's a lot different than it was when, like, ASMR first got popular. There weren't nearly as many creators on the platform, so I'd like to do a better job of doing my part rather than just commenting and, sharing creators here and there. So that video will be coming, so stay tuned. But along the way, you guys have been there for me for so many things. When I decided to make ASMR, I wanted to kind of turn like lifestyle content and still spread awareness and talk about my past and kind of take you guys along my life journey, but make it relaxing. At the time, I didn't see a whole ton of people like mixing the two. It's definitely been done, but it wasn't like super common. So I wanted to do that, and I hope that I have done a decent job of doing so, mixing lifestyle content and just real life content and sharing real life things, and also trigger videos. So hopefully you are enjoying the content here on my channel, and I'll continue doing my best to give everybody a mix. But I said all that to say I am extremely blessed and so grateful, and I never take it for granted, not for a single second. And each and every one of you, and every time you comment and like my videos, it's noticed, and I can't thank you enough, truly. I hope you feel a sense of family here and safety, because you are safe here, and you are loved, you are wanted, and you are appreciated. So, when I first hit the 100,000 subscriber milestone, it was during a time where my grandfather had first gotten sick. He got the C word, and it turned into a double pneumonia, and he was in the hospital very, very ill, did not eat for almost 5 days because he was not allowed visitors, and he had kind of given up hope. We didn't think he was going to make it then, and he pulled through, and he did. But it took a toll on him, and it took a toll on his body. And I've explained here time again, not too in depth, but my grandfather is my hero. My grandfather is my everything. He's the one who taught me to drive. He's the one who taught me to throw my softball the first time when I got onto a team, and I was so nervous. absolute best father figure I could have ever asked for. So, during the time that I hit 100,000 subscribers was during the time that he was in the hospital, and I just could not bring myself to celebrate or be happy because I was so scared I was going to lose him. How could I celebrate during such a somber time? So I chose not to. And even though he did push through, like I said, it took a toll on his body and his mind. He was 96 at the time. He turned 97 2 weeks ago. And I know we are very lucky to have him as long as we did. Very lucky. But it makes it that much harder because he's just always been there. He's just always been there with such love. I'll flash up some photos and stuff along the way, but my brother came in from the Carolinas a few weeks back, and at that point I hadn't seen my grandpa yet since he got out of the hospital because he was still recovering, and the hospital let us bring him home because he wasn't eating, and we didn't think he was going to make it because he stopped eating. He was refusing his medication, but it was because he didn't have family around him. So we asked if we could bring him home on hospice, and they said yes. So we brought him home, and within an hour of being home, he started eating. He wanted to live for us, and that's how he was his entire life. He lived for the ones that he loved, and it made him who he was. So when my brother came in and we went to go see my grandpa together as a family with my mom, a couple of my aunts and uncles, after he had gotten rid of the main illness, and it was safe to visit. There was a very big difference in him. He wasn't able to make full eye contact, and he was so weak he couldn't stand on his own, and I'd seen him a couple weeks prior to that, and the last thing he said to me was, "Come visit your grandpa. I want you to come visit me more." He was very much with it, and we were taking photos and eating cake. He got in the car and came to a birthday party, and the person I seen a few weeks later, it was very shocking and very upsetting to me and my brother and my mother. We just weren't expecting to see that. So after that, shortly after that, his body was starting to break down. I'm not going to go into detail. I have over on Patreon, and my Patreons have been with me in real time every step of the way during my life update videos, and I thank you guys if you are a patron of mine. Thank you so much for being there for me through this and listening to my life updates. You guys are just wonderful. But anyway, nevertheless, things that I went through in life if it wasn't for his love and his faith in me. And he would have wanted me to celebrate my achievements, so this is dedicated to you, Papa. I love you. I wanted to share this little brochure that my uncle made that was handed out at his service. The service was beautiful. They had honor guards there. Honor guard from the police force. They did an absolutely beautiful tribute to my grandfather, and he was in the armed forces as well. And they also did an honor for him there, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And I'm so happy that he was honored the way he should have been. My uncle wrote some beautiful things. I actually wrote something, and I got on stage and I read it. Well, at the podium. I don't know how I got the strength. I truly believe he gave it to me. But I wanted to share a little something with you so that you can kind of understand the person he was. Caring. My dad, especially in retirement, when he had more time, was always willing to help others. Too many examples to list. But the one that I will tell you about was he would offer a woman a ride home every day, anytime that she needed one from McDonald's, and devoted many years to his grandchildren, never saying never. So there was a woman who worked at McDonald's when we would go. She lost her car and she wasn't able to, she didn't think she'd be able to keep her job because where she lived there was no public transportation that ran. And my grandpa would talk to her every day when he would go in, and she told him, because she missed work, and he asked another employee what's going on, where is she, and she never missed work. They explained to him, and he offered to give her a ride every day. Never asked for a dime, would not take anything, just did it from the kindness of his heart. Loved by many. Besides his many friends and neighbors, he helped the troubled kids in the neighborhood and would give them breaks and guidance instead of prison, which many over the years have expressed their love for him. He was one of a kind, and I will miss him with every breath until I have the honor of being with him again. So let's go ahead and take a look at my 100,000 subscriber plaque. The first thing that is in the box is this little card, and it says, "Congratulations on your subscriber milestone. We honored to take part in recognizing your achievement and want your experience to be exceptional. This award was inspected and packaged by great care by Rick." Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it. Okay, and then in the box, to protect the plaque is this black piece of foam, very similar to the little foam, to break a little on the mic here. Then we have this paper. That is a very nice paper, by the way. It's very high quality paper. That CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki. Sorry, Susan, if I just butchered your last name, but you can see the red play button. And then here's the absolutely beautiful play button. And it is protected by this plastic. So I'll go ahead and remove that. Here is this absolutely gorgeous black. It is a gorgeous silver. Then at the back, this is very soft to the touch, like a velvety feeling. And as you can see, there's like these circles. Here's one, two, with these little silver prongs that are there, so you can hang it up if you'd like. And then there's the black. I don't want to blind you, but the play button is like mirrored, like almost glass looking, and then there's the little triangle in the middle. And it says presented to RACHAFMI. We're passing 100,000 subscribers. Then there's the YouTube logo on the bottom. The YouTube logo on the bottom, and it says presented to RACHAFMI. We're passing 100,000 subscribers. And it's nice and happy. You can see that it's a very sleek, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to hang it in my room, so that each morning when I wake up, I can look at it and think of you guys. And I truly, truly hope you know and feel in your soul how grateful I am to have you. You are a person with a beating heart, and you are kind enough to subscribe to this channel and give your time to me. It is the most heartwarming feeling, and it's truly helping me through one of the hardest times of my entire life. So thank you guys from the bottom of my soul. And thank you, Grandpa, for loving me the way you did. Keep sending me signs that you're still with me. He's been sending me so many signs, and they are like not signs where you might think, well, am I losing it? Is that really a sign? There's no doubt. These signs, there's no doubt they're him. So that been bringing me some peace for sure throughout this absolutely heart-wrenching time. But thank you guys again for hanging with me, and I hope this was enjoyable and relaxing. And thank you for giving me time to mourn and grieve and gather myself